So I'm here to talk about the last Saturday because I got it first part. I'm going to talk about 4 early window games on Sunday in part 1 here. Let's go. So we have the Chicago Bears. They defeated the Green Bay Packers 22-16 in overtime. Chicago was down double digits to start in the fourth quarter. They were down 10 in the fourth. And they're up 13-3, so Jordan Love, they kicked a couple of field goals, Green Bay did, and Jordan Love got injured in the second quarter. And he got a concussion, Jimmy Close scored 7. They weren't doing well. I thought, Green Bay might still win, but then nope. There was a botch snap in overtime. In the fourth quarter, in the fourth, trying to do 3 timeouts, but they just ran the timeout, and then they went, and then Green Bay with the ball. They thought, well, if they can put the defense for Chicago, Green Bay can stop Chicago, and they can use off timeout, and not allow Chicago to get a chance. Maybe at best, that's what they thought. Maybe they thought, and the coach just said, all they run, that's what they're doing. But nope, they didn't. The Chicago got it back and won the game. So Wake Wells was the passing passer, 9 for 102 yards, a touchdown. Givens and 34 yards, 2 touchdowns. Manuelson 14 runs, 8 yards. Anderson 13 runs, 50 yards. Romeo Dobbs 5 catches. He had 5 catches and 30 yards. DJ were 5 for 87. And Jordan Love had 8, took 2 sacks. Jordan Love 8 for 13, 6 yards. Then McCloskey 10 for 44. Josh Jacobs 2 runs for 30 seconds. And then you had a bunch with a couple less than 10 yards. Luke Musgrave 2 for 30. January 3 for 35. Charleston 2 for 17. Josh Jacobs 2 for 12. And Monte Woods 2 for 12. And then you had Cameron 9 for 5. Ewing 3 for 30. G1 for 12. Cameron 3 for 3. Zach Darius 2 for 33. Corin Logan 2 for 3. Walker 2 for 10. Gokumet 2 for 14. Anderson 2 for 12. And Jay Walker had a touchdown. Most 53 touchdowns. Romeo Dobbs. Okay. And then, then in the first quarter, Ryan Mass with a 26 and 22-yard field goals to make it 6-0. Carousel with a 46-yard field. He goes to a 33-yard touchdown by Romeo Dobbs. And that extra was good. It was 13-3, and that was Carousel's 50-yard field goal. Ryan Mass 0 only. And then Romeo 26-yard field goal about 10. Carousel's 43-yard field goal. And Romeo Dobbs, they went for down second. Romeo Dobbs, had it in his grasp, and he tried to fall on it. He muffed the ball. And then there's too many Chicago Bears players around, and for Green Bay for him to get the ball back, and then they got the ball, and then K. Williams Walker for 6 yards, and the Carousel scores, and then K. Williams deep pass to DJ Moore for 46 yards, and that was the game. So nice win for the Chicago Bears. They not knockout, but do help the Detroit Lions get closer to themselves. If the Chicago, they would only be half game back. Detroit would be. And then here's the first Sunday or Friday, Sunday early window. SLS the feature early window on Fox. It was the featured. It was a single window feature game actually. The Dallas Cowboys were featured. No, they still had a chance for playoffs. That's why they were the feature. Was the feature game. The Los Angeles Chargers. They defeated the Dallas Cowboys 34-17. Dallas. And it was close in the first half. It was 21-17. Then just in the third, it was close 24-17. Then it was 10 to win. So the fourth to win it, 34-17 to 4 open. Justin Herbert had 23-22 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dak Prescott 2 for Merhampton 18 catch. Ski runs, 8 favorites a touchdown. Wings 9 for 34 James. Drew Pickens for 6,000. 7 for 130 touchdown. Quinn Johnson 4 catches 100 for a touchdown. And then Herbert 8 for 42 touchdown. Jordan Atkins 4 for 14. They got 5 for 11. And Harris 4 for 54. Keno 4 for 5 for 44. Matt McCarthy 4 for 43 touchdown. This is 3 for 20 with this one. 1 for 14. 114. And Yaskins 1 for 7. For the Cowboys. And on the third one in for a couple plays. 2 for 2. 11 yards late in that game. And Davis 8 for 23. Dak Prescott 2 for 14. Glenn Turpin 2 for 13. And on the third 1%. Had run but no yards. And then in the first quarter, Dak Prescott passed short left to complete to Florida rifle favorites. And Brandon Arbuckle was the Quinn Johnson for 2 yards. So that was Brandon Arbuckle the third for 14-4 in the second quarter. And Justin Herbert to Matt McCoy for 2 yards. Dak Prescott George Pickens 2 yards. Justin Herbert down for a yard. Now let's 21-17 after all the extra points were made. Then in the third, in the fourth, it was just a field goal. Cameron McCarthy's your field goal. Start the third quarter. And then you're getting 27-yard field goal. And then Merhampton rushed tackle favorites. The extra point is good. 34-17. Next game. Was there any fumbles? Yes, there was a fumble lost by Dallas. And then in this one, you have the third one. Talk about the second one. Maybe the third one in this video. One do it because they're not a whole lot. I mean, about some of these. Minnesota they defeated the New York Giants 16-13. J.J. McCarthy did not look that bad though on this one. He had 2 interceptions. One interception. They counted one that was taken off due to a hold down penalty, or due to like an offside, or is it some sort of penalty? I can't remember what. But besides holding, it was a defensive penalty. And Minnesota scored an opening field goal in the first quarter. Then J.J. McCarthy got in 6 scored another field goal. Wolford did, and the Giants scored a field goal. And then J.J. McCarthy had a touchdown run, and ran over a defender, and that went in the end zone to make. And then the Giants went second on a screen pass. They left someone unblocked on a screen pass, and but then McCarthy. And they got set, and he got his hand hurt on that play. And they were putting pressure on, and he went in pain, trying to, so they hold him out. He might have been able to play, but as a precaution, either he is hurt or needs some more injury, and you just need time, you know what I'm saying, like just precautionary. And then and the Max Brosmer came in, and Jackson did not. Also they just ran. Both teams ran the ball. And Minnesota was able to kick a field goal, and the Giants kicked a field goal as well. Made 16-13. So, J.J. McCarthy 9 for 1,400 yards, a touchdown interception. Jackson 7 of 13, 33 yards interception. Aaron Jones 21 of 80. And the interception by J.J. McCarthy right into the hands of a receiver, right in the interception. The one that was a touchdown, and then one came back because of injury turnover. My bad. I said injury, but turnover. Turnover came back due to the penalty. So that one was right off the hands of the receiver as well. So they're good throwing balls. Regardless of they're like throwing a little bit faster, or still how they were, they still should have been caught though right off their hands of the receiver. There's some bounces, the defenders either right place at time or they fouled, and then Aaron Jones runs 3 first. There, Tracy Jr. 16 for 7 yards. Justin Jefferson 6 catches 8 yards. Robinson 3 for 8 yards. And Max Brosmer, he took a sack. J.J. McCarthy took 3 sacks. Max Brosmer 7-9 for instead of throwing it away a little bit, he'd take a sip. But he's better about that, not forcing like balls to like the players. He learned like at least taking a sack is better than like forcing the ball to roll. Max Brodmer 7 of 9, 50 yards a set. Then Jay Worthy 2 for 20 yards at run touchdown. And then Jordan Mason 2 for 2 yards. Xavier Scott 2 for 4. CJ Ham 1 for 3 yards. And Jordan Aston 2 for 26. Josh Howard 2 for 19. Chris Scott 1 for 8. Andrew Hood 2 for 8. Jordan Mason 1 for 6. Felton 1 for 6. T. Jackson 1 for 2. Jalen Naylor no catchers. Okay. And then Jackson for Giants. And then Devin Spencer 1 for 43. Jackson 2 for 7. Robinson 1 for 3. And then Robinson was leading receiver with 3 for 19. Jerson 1 for 8. And Tracy 2 for 7. So Johnson had 2 turns, no yards. Then Devin Spencer a catch for last year. Not very good. And then the Minnesota Vikings are now 78 and 1. 3 straight games against NFC East ones. They played the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. In game 4 now. The early window slate. Or game 3, the early window slate. Game 4 this week. The Cincinnati Bengals dominated, especially in that second half. The Miami Dolphins 45-9. They benched Tua Tagovailoa and Joe Burrow to see what they had in other quarterbacks. And Joe Burrow 25-32, 3 yards, 4 touchdowns. Quinn Ewers 20-30, 26 yards, 2 receptions. Brown, there's a Chase. 12-60, 12 runs, 60 yards to touchdown. Ivan 15 runs, 81 yards to touchdown. Short Chase 9 catches, 100 yards. Gino 5 catches, 72 yards. Then Joe Flacco with 2 sacks. Joe Flacco came in for a little bit late in the game. A pass for 4 yards. Then Pernine 7 for 10. Brooks 4 for 7. Joe 2 for 6. Williams 1 for 1. And T. Higgins 2 for 3. Stroud 4 for 3. Nikaseki 3 for 5. Drew Sample 2 for 3 for 2 for 2 for 3. 1 for 10 for Astley. Green 2 for 60. Hudson 1 for 4. Green 1 for 1. And then 9 for 35. Washington 1 for 9. Ewers 2 for 5. And then Dodgers 3 for 46. Waller 3 for 40. East Junior 2 for 32. Washington 2 for 23. Wright 1 for 18. Weston 1 for 9. Junior 1 for 9. Senior. Lee James 8 for 9. And Engel 1 for 9. And Greenhead and Brown both had rushing touchdowns. Higgins had 1, Nikaseki 1, and Chase Brown had 2. Passing catching touchdowns. Then Joe Burrow should pass rate to Higgins for 9 yards. About 18 rush ran for 4 yards to Patterson, and then M. McPherson 45-yard field. Washington rush ran for 9 yards to Ray Patterson, and Ray Patterson scores one, and Green rush 4 yards. And then Joe Burrow to Chase Brown for 9 yards. Chase Brown rushed right side for 2 yards and touchdown. Joe Burrow that Chase Brown for 5 yards. And then 30-14 with the extra points. And Joe Burrow make a 60 for 7 yards. And then big 45-14. And Jalen Wright ran for 4 yards. And the Patterson extra was good. So they in the second half they dominated that one. And then in the NFC South matchup. The Carolina Panthers, they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a close matchup, 23-20. So the Carolina Panthers are a game up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC South. So Tampa Bay and Carolina, because both teams can still make playoffs, but they're both going to be division champions if they make the playoffs. So Tampa Bay, it might come down to whoever wins the last one between these two teams, because Seattle plays Carolina and Miami. Tampa Bay plays at Miami. And then Seattle plays at Carolina. So if Seattle wins, and Tampa Bay win. If Seattle wins and Tampa Bay wins, both be 10-80 and it'll come down to the last matchup. The tiebreakers, I'm not for sure who's going to win between if 9-8 if Seattle beats Carolina beats Seattle, obviously Tampa Bay, Miami beats Tampa Bay. Obviously, Carolina's got the division, but that's in their 4 seeders. But will Carolina win at 9-8 and Tampa Bay's 8, even Tampa Bay's 9-8, So we'll see. I'm not sure on that one. But Baker Mayfield had 19.6 run for a touchdown interception, and it was a late interception late in the game. Bryce Young 20-32, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bucky Irving had 19 for 71 yards. Rico Dowd for the Panthers 9 for 29. Abu Kaka 1 for 40 yards. McMillan 6 for 70 yards, a touchdown. And then Sheed 4 for 45. Tucker 4-3. McMillan 1 for 1. Then Mike Evans 3 for 31. Chris Conn 5-3. And then on 2-15. 2-15. McMillan 2-15. And then also Neville did take 2 sacks. Then you had Bryce Young, he took 2 sacks. Chuba Hubbard had 6 points. Jalen Jr. 24-yard run. And then Bryce Young 4 runs 20 yards. And then Coker 3-47. Evans 3 for 23. And then Goodell 4-14. Is he really good? Had 1 for 12. Jason Sanders 2 for 9. Chuba 1 for 7. And Shumble 1 for 6. And Fitzgerald had 27 field goal in the first quarter. The first offensive possession in the game. And the Baker Mayfield to make Evans 3 yard and touchdown. And Chris McGough 23 field goal. And Fitzgerald 24 field goal. Bryce Young deep. McMillan first 20 yards and touchdown. And Fitzgerald extra point was good. 13-10. And then Tucker rushed off 10 for a yard. Bryce Young passed. Left to Jason Sanders 6 yards. I made 2017 late with 8 cents late in the third quarter. 8 cents so. And then McGough 50-yard field goal tied up 20 all in the fourth. And then 40-yard field goal to Fitzgerald 23-20. Carolina defeats Tampa Bay in that game. So next we're going to talk about a few more. We're talking about the other 3 early window games. We're going to talk about the other 3 early window games. They were the CBS early window games. And then we're going to talk about 2 of the 4 late window games. 2 of them were in the single window on Fox. 2 of them were in the late window on CS. You got an early window and a late window on CS. I'm not sure which ones, but we'll talk about them. And in part 4, it'll be the other 2 late window games. And then it'll be the Sunday Night Football and the Monday Night Football game for week 16, 2025.